Good morning, everyone. I hope that you are well. In this discussion, I would like to talk about the Constitution of KwaZulu Natal um, and how it is disappointing how, in the beginning, there was an agreement between different political parties, particularly the Inkatha Freedom Party and the ANC, on the Constitution of KwaZulu Natal, which makes it a monarchy with Isilo. Of course, when the time came for the Constitution of KwaZulu-Natal to be ratified, the ANC turned its back on it and on the agreement, meaning that the constitution-making process in KwaZulu-Natal achieved, including Isilo as the supreme ruler of the province of KwaZulu-Natal as Isilo, but there was a political impasse and a political betrayal between the ANC and the IFP. Even though I do not know the details of that particular impasse, but what I can tell you is that for a very long time, the ANC has been championing the policy of having a truly unitary South Africa without provinces. But of course, is that not part of gerrymandering in the greatest way possible? That is to say, you know that KZN and Gauteng have the biggest populations in terms of the voting populations, with maybe around 25 million people from just these two provinces. Of course, KwaZulu-Natal has over time developed to be initially a stronghold of the IFP and then later a stronghold of the ANC, and now it is a political climate which is dynamic and is characterized by negotiations and agreements to work together for the interest of the people of the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Of course, you ask yourself, why would it be in the best interest of the African National Congress for KwaZulu-Natal not to have a province? Now, when President Jacob Zuma speaks about KwaZulu-Natal, he speaks in good terms, but only the KwaZulu-Natal of the ANC, meaning saying that if KwaZulu-Natal ANC can agree on a program and be united, then other provinces can follow. But now, if other provinces, meaning that the ANC nationally at that time did not want KwaZulu-Natal to have a constitution, when the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, which had already been signed into law, makes provision for provinces, provincial legislatures, premiers, and ministers. So it makes you wonder, at what point did the ANC ever like AmaZulu, and how do you explain the behavior of some members of the Zulu royal family joining the African National Congress when it is very clear that the existence of the African National Congress is a threat not only to federalism and decentralization of government functions, but also to the monarchy itself? You'll remember that during President Jacob Zuma's term of office, there was a lot of noise made by the Young Communist League to the effect that Isilo of KwaZulu at that time, King Goodwill, had to get a job and the taxpayers should not support him. Of course, you know that Ingonyama Trust makes over 100 million in profits, and also the Zulu royal family is involved in a number of ventures which you cannot even enumerate. So, which really brings me to what Isilo Goodwill said about his board members of Ingonyama Trust being dragged to parliament to account, as if Zulus are beggars of the ANC. And perhaps that is why the ANC and Mohlante and the crew of Klasin in the Western Cape wanted to find faults in the land tenure system of KwaZulu-Natal, and also look at how women are excluded from the land processes, when in actual fact it is the women who are heading the household, and that is part of their research to say we have many women-headed household, we have many child-headed household, and those children may be female children. So, meaning that it is very confusing really to follow what people are talking about when they are saying that women are excluded from the land. Because it is women who actually till the land, and it's women who stay at home when the men are away in Gauteng or now in the Western Cape to mine and to work to support their families. Uh, I would like to just close it at that so that we don't have many issues to grapple with at once. Uh, this video is just meant to give one an understanding of the existential battle between the Inkatha Freedom Party, the Zulu royal family, and the policies of the African National Congress, which seek to do away with provinces and with provincial government power. And perhaps just to stretch this a little bit, we see if we look at the national government or the national level of the state, we see that the state of South Africa has distributed powers in a vertical way, meaning that we have the Western Cape or Cape Town as the seat of parliament, and then we have Bloemfontein or the Free States as the seat of uh, the Supreme Court of Appeal, which does not necessarily mean that it is the judicial capital of South Africa. That is Gauteng, which is Johannesburg, which is where the Constitutional Court is based. And then, of course, in Pretoria, you have the administrative capital where you find the State House and many government departments. But of course, if you look at KwaZulu-Natal, we don't have a similar system, because in KwaZulu-Natal, you find that the highest court in the province is found in Pietermaritzburg and in Durban. But also the offices of the government are found mostly in Pietermaritzburg, in the capital city, and also the Premier's office is also found in the capital city, even though the Premier may have an office in Durban. But of course, if you look at it from a serious federalism, you would say, why would a Premier not have offices in all the 11 districts? Because he's the Premier of the province anyway, not to visit local municipalities or district municipal offices, but to have the office of the Premier in all the district, so that the Premier becomes accessible to people and has people working and doing work of the office of the Premier in the different districts, just like the Department of Health does, and other departments like the Department of Education and stuff like that. So that is what I wanted to talk about, and I want us to think about that during these holidays and find solutions to the issues that have been raised. Thank you.